Hey, everybody, welcome to our Thursday night Snap Delivered overview. We'll get started here in about 30 seconds. I got a lot of folks just now joining the live stream and excited to share some information with you guys on the Snap Delivered opportunity. All right, everybody, we'll go ahead and get things kicked off. Tony here with Snap Delivered. Want to welcome you to our Thursday night company overview. This might be the first time you've ever heard of Snap Delivered, but I can almost promise you it will not be the last. And so we're just going to share a little bit about who we are as a company, what we do, and how you can be a part of the Snap Delivered family and benefit financially by helping us grow, not only throughout the United States, but worldwide. Snap Delivered is a young company. We pre-launched in June of this year in Palm Beach County, Florida. We're participating in the $100+ billion restaurant delivery business, and we're really poised to disrupt a lot of the major players in the industry. The industry as a whole is growing massively. 60% of US households are ordering delivery or takeout at least once a week. As big as the industry has gotten, it's projected to hit over $200 billion a year in revenue within the next few years, according to Forbes magazine. And if you can position yourself in an industry that's going from 100 billion to 200 billion in a short period of time, there's obviously some massive upside on the financial section. The industry players, $100 billion plus companies, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber. You've got $100 million players like Delivery.com, Eat Street, Waiter. As big as all these companies are, they pretty much do things exactly the same way. They have a lot of hidden fees for customers. Some of them peel off tips from their drivers, which is kind of insane to me. And then the restaurants are probably hit harder than anybody else by these big companies. If you look at the average restaurant, let's say you were a restaurant owner doing about 20 orders a day in delivery for DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and your average order was around 40 bucks. You'd pay just under $100,000 a year in delivery fees just for them to take your food from point A to point B and give it to your customers who are hungry. If you had Snap Delivered do the exact same amount of deliveries, instead of paying almost $100,000 a year, you'd pay a little over $14,000. So you could save over $84,000 a year on average just because a Snap driver picked up the food and delivered it versus an Uber, DoorDash, or Grubhub driver. I think all of us, if we owned restaurants and we had to choose between a Snap driver or a DoorDash, Uber, or Grubhub driver picking up our food and delivering it, we'd all choose that Snap driver if we could take 84 grand and put it back in our pockets instead of just paying it out to these big delivery companies. And that's why so many people are excited about what Snap Delivered is doing. We have no massive commission fees. Some of these companies pay up to 40% to get their food delivered. We have a flat fee, $2 per delivery. It's a $50 order, $2. $100 order, $2. Doesn't matter. The restaurants are paid quickly. Drivers paid instantly. There's no hidden service fees paid by our customers. There's no surprises at checkout. It creates a lot of happy customers, happy drivers. And then with these savings, definitely creates happy restaurant owners. The Snap Delivered team has a diverse background of entrepreneurship and skills. We've built billion-dollar companies over the years, recruited and trained salespeople of hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. And we're really focused on disrupting the entire marketplace. That pricing model is such that the companies like Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, they can't exist in the same marketplace if we get this to scale. If you owned a restaurant, you would be booting Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub out and having Snap take every single delivery as humanly possible because it saves you so much money. So it'll be interesting to see how these other companies can compete when they're losing money, charging 30%. There's almost no way they'll be able to pivot and compete with us if we can hit them really fast, really hard. And that's what a lot of you guys on this webinar can help us to do. To get started, it's really simple. It's free. Download our app, become a free customer. You can start earning income by referring other customers, referring drivers, and referring restaurants to the Snap Delivered family. You never have to pay a penny. You don't have to hit any qualifications. You just literally download a free app, share it with others, share it with restaurants, share it with drivers, and get paid every time deliveries go out. never cost you a penny. Now, if you do build a team, if you have a background in maybe management, team building, training, you can actually upgrade to what we call manager. You never have to do that. But if you do, you can actually start getting paid off of your organization that you recruit and build. That costs $300 a year, and that opens up pay scales basically throughout your entire organization. Now, there's 4 ways to earn with Snap. You can refer customers, drivers, restaurants, and you can refer other managers as well. The personal commissions are the same whether you're a customer or whether you're the highest level in the company, 40 cents an order. If you refer a restaurant, they fulfill a delivery, 40 cents. If you refer a customer, they order, you make $1. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, 40 cents here, $1 there, but it adds up very quickly. Let's do a quick example. If you introduce 10 restaurants to the Snap Delivered family that onboarded, and they did about 20 deliveries a day on average. Now, some will do a lot less than that. There's high volume restaurants that'll do a couple hundred deliveries a day. But let's say you just had 10 restaurants doing 20 deliveries a day on average. That's 6,000 orders per month. At 40 cents an order, you're making $2,400 a month just because you introduce those restaurants. And it's month after month after month. If they're filling orders every month, you're making $2,400, $2,400, $2,400 over and over and over again. And let's go a little bit further. Maybe you do have a team building background. Let's say you introduce 10 restaurants and now you add 10 drivers into the mix and they do 20 orders a day along with the restaurants doing 20 orders a day each. That adds another $1,200 on top of your $2,400. So just with your own personal referrals, you're making $3,600 per month because you introduced 10 restaurants and 10 drivers to the Snap Delivered family. But what if you introduce 3 managers that did the exact same thing? They each got 10 restaurants, 10 drivers. Now, some will get 0. Some will get more than 10. We have managers in our company in their first 30 days that have personally introduced 65 restaurants to the Snap Delivered family. So this assumes you don't find anyone like that. You just find people that get 10 restaurants, 10 drivers. Off of those 30 restaurants and 30 drivers on what we call your level 1, you'd earn an additional $5,400 per month on top of the $3,600 you're making off your own restaurants and your own drivers. Let's duplicate it out one more time. Those 3 get 3. And again, it never works out geometrically perfect. Some people recruit 0 managers. Some people will recruit hundreds of managers. If you had 3 who got 3, you'd have 9 level 2 managers. Let's say they each got 10 restaurants, 10 drivers. That's 90 drivers, 90 restaurants total. On your level 2 business, that would create an additional $8,100 per month. That's on top of the $5,400 from your level 1s. And that's on top of the $3,600 from your personal. So totaled up, it's a little over $17,000 a month in residual income. That's the other thing I love about delivery. I started in this delivery space. I started a company back in 2016. It's called My Town to Go. We sold a third of that business to a company called Eat Street that was on this slideshow, pretty big company. And then we merged actually in 2019 with a company called delivery.com. And we built a business. It was an Inc. 500 business, $30 million a year in delivery. So I understand the space. And what I can tell you is any day that you looked at our orders, if there was a city that we did 1,000 orders in that day, over 850 of those orders were repeat customers. Every day, minimum repeat customer count was 85% or higher. It never dropped below that. It was always their second order, their third order, their 30th order, their 300th order, however many orders it was not their very first order. So it created that residual income that a lot of people talk about, but very few people find industries that allow you to earn that residual. I looked at this example and said, even if we did 10% of that, that's still $1,700 a month. And I ask people to think about this. If you had an extra $1,700 in your pocket right now, is there something positive that you could do for yourself and your family with an extra $1,700? And what if you knew next month another $1,700 was coming? And the next month, another $1,700. On top of your job, on top of your career, on top of your other businesses, another $1,700. Would Christmas maybe look a little different if you knew that was coming over and over and over again? Maybe the type of car you drive would change. Maybe the school that your children go to would change. Maybe your debt would get wiped out a lot faster. Maybe your mortgage payment would get knocked out in 11 years instead of 30 years. There's a lot of good that people can do for their families with just an extra few $100s a month let alone thousands of dollars a month. So that's the beauty of this industry. It does create that residual based income, and you can help people just literally going out and telling restaurant owners how they can save $80,000+ a year on average just by joining the Snap Delivered family. We have plenty of training and support. We have a restaurant roundtable that we run every Mondays. If you have restaurants that have questions, that want to learn more, we have our Taco Tuesdays. That's our manager and above training where we go in depth leadership. We have our opportunity overview like this every Thursday, marketing tools, branding tools. We had a live event we kicked off just last weekend in West Palm Beach, Florida, and in Jupiter. We're going to have another one that'll be coming up on the West Coast here very soon. We'll make announcements for that. Then we have our Snap Delivered training videos on our Snap YouTube page. If you said, well, how do I recruit a restaurant? Like, what would I say? We have a 4-minute, 30-second video that's exactly what you say to a restaurant owner who's interested in learning more about Snap Delivered. If you say, well, how do I recruit a driver? We have videos on exactly what you'd say, how you run ads on Indeed.com, Facebook, Craigslist, post on Instagram, what to do to get drivers to contact you and ask you how they could start driving for Snap Delivers. How do I get customers to download the app? We have trainings on exactly how you can share the app for free with customers who can download it for free, and you can start earning money when they place their orders, when they refer drivers who deliver orders, when they refer restaurants who fulfill orders. We teach you and train you every step of the way so you know how to get restaurants, how to get drivers, how to refer customers, so you're in business for yourself with Snap, but you're definitely never by yourself. Guys, timing and positioning is everything when it comes to business. What I tell people is when you're disrupting an industry, it changes things. It's something that we always know who the disruptors are. Amazon has completely disrupted the retail space. Walmart disrupted it years ago. Mom and pop, local companies went out of business. Amazon basically is putting companies like Sears and JCPenney's out of business. When you shift the industry, when you disrupt an industry, the competitors, they cannot compete with you. Netflix knocked Blockbuster right out of the movie rental industry. It doesn't exist anymore the way Blockbuster did that industry. And that's really what we're looking to do with Snap Delivered. And there's never any guarantees. When you go head to head with multi-billion-dollar companies, I can't say, oh, I guarantee we're going to pull this off. But I can tell you one thing. If you're sitting here looking at this for the first time and you catch the same vision that some of us caught when we saw this opportunity, and you lock arms with us and you start to move forward, if we do pull this off, I can promise you it will be one of the best business decisions you've ever made in your life, not only for yourself, not only for your children, but probably for your grandchildren and even your great-grandchildren. We're looking to knock Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub completely out of the restaurant delivery space. It's not going to be easy, but I can promise you, if we pull it off, it'll be worth it. What I would recommend is contact whoever invited you onto this live stream or whoever invited you to watch this overview video and let them know you want to get started. It's free. Tell them to send you the app. You can download the app for free. Use their referral code. Once you do that, you can start referring the Snap Delivered opportunity to friends that might want to order, to friends that might want to drive and make extra income, or to restaurant owners you know. And you can start earning income just by sharing that app over and over and over again. And for those of you that do, I want to be one of the first to welcome you to the Snap Delivered family. Have a great night. God bless. And we'll talk to you on our next Snap Delivered event.